Y'all just gonna let me say that?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
I don't
true
know if it's true or not. I literally don't know enough to know if that's
What do
true.
you
Ocelots
mean
have
you don't know if
thumbs?
it's true or not? I'm always one of the sword boys.
Of course you are.
I don't.
God,
Well, no.
fucking
Shut up,
garbage.
Dan. Fuck
No,
you.
shut the fuck up, Dan, young Link asshole. I'm a big Elmo head, honestly, at the end of the day.
Nothing wrong with that.
No Tickle Me Grover out there.
So who knew Elmo could go hard in the paint?
I did.
Good to know.
I'm just saying, it's
Glad
better
you-
than other kid shows by comparison for like an infant to watch.
I definitely do not disagree with that by a long shot. We are of course talking about Elmo's World and Elmo's World only, specifically the Mr. Noodle segments, everyone's favorites.
I mean, I like a little Elmo's World. I like a little Sesame Street. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's just better to watch like for a child than like Baby Shark for the 8,000th time.
I am actually mildly blown away that Dan did not grow up with VeggieTales at all. Like, I
yeah,
get
it's
it.
so weird that I didn't watch any VeggieTales.
Shut the fuck up. You knew I said Sesame Street. If we wind the tape back, you will see that I said Sesame Street. You poser.
You definitely didn't though.
I really didn't grow up with Sesame Street that much, but like I don't have any bad feelings towards it.
No, I watched a
Unlike
tiny
Dan.
bit of Elmo's.
Dan
World,
hates
and
Sesame
that's
Street.
all I ever saw. Yeah, I do. I will say, in hindsight, kind of fucked up that my graduation gift from my mom was a little stuffed Oscar the Grouch.
Wait, was it? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No, I'm so serious. I still have it somewhere in the house.
Dan, that's
Even though
the
you don't like
funniest thing.
Sesame Street?
Oh, it's very funny. I didn't dislike Sesame Street. I just didn't watch it.
And shouldn't she know that?
Oh, she does.
She was just like, this is a good one.
She's like, but he knows what Oscar the Grouch is because of,
Because
the
he's a
cultural
grouchy
zeitgeist.
fucker.
Yeah, basically. That's literally, you guys, it's one of those things when you get older, you realize, damn, that's, like, it'd be much funnier if Noah handed me an Oscar the Grouch as a graduation gift. You know what I mean? Like, that's funny. That's
Like
that's
any of
good
your
natured-
friends.
Any of my actual friends. When it's your parents, that's a big yikes.
Hey, you know Dan, he's just a grouchy bitch. I'm gonna give him Oscar the Grouch, TV's favorite grouchy bitch.
In hindsight.
Is that like the
Turns
whole idea?
Turns
you
out
have
being
going
a
on?
grouchy bitch looks a lot like having depression. Who would have thought?
What's up with Grouchland? Doesn't Oscar have like a whole civilization under his garbage can?
Does he?
I don't
Yeah,
remember
I'm
if he has
pretty
a whole
sure-
civilization, but I know there's like a lot of grouches out there.
That's pretty
Yeah,
rad.
no, I'm pretty sure there's like I think like they get like pulled under the trash can and there's just like a whole bunch of grouches in there.
That's pretty rad.
All out in Grouchington.
Yeah, it's just a civilization of people who are mean, aka Boston.
I love the fact that Oscar the Grouch exists as a character on Sesame Street, and the moral you're supposed to learn from him is be nice, and then also don't treat people like him differently just because he's mean all the time. That
mean,
maybe,
that's-
just maybe, he has stuff going on, which is
That's
that is
not
a
about
that
you.
is a good moral, right? Like,
Yeah, I think both are
But-
good morals.
but I just find
They
it really
should-
interesting that to teach kids how to be nice to other people, they're like, what if we just made the meanest asshole?
The
What if we made
actual
a mean
embodiment of being an
homeless
asshole.
man? What if we gotta teach kids how to be nice to people by making a mean homeless man who you just need to and hey, when they try and give him a new house, he says, I don't want it, I want to stay homeless. And that's the moral, guys. Homeless people want to stay homeless.
That, you know what? That does sound right. I learned that from the internet.
Sesame Street.
Dude, that was such a wild episode for Sesame Street to do. Very bold of them.
I mean, isn't that kind of like the thing though? Like haven't they tried to be like, hey
No,
man.
he absolutely, because it is his house. It is not. He's not homeless.
Well,
His
there's a
house is-
civilization underneath of it.
His house. It's not that he's homeless. His house is a trash can.
No, but
that's
his
true,
house
that's
is
true.
like a dumpster fire. It's like literally just a mountain of garbage.
I vaguely do have a memory of like him like disappearing and there being like a little house underneath it. Am I crazy?
No, there's a civilization underneath it. I'm telling you, Grouchland.
I believe you. I have
Yeah,
no reason
no,
to
there
disbelieve
is.
you.
I believe you too.
Thank you.
Mostly
I don't
because I
know
feel like I
this.
remember seeing pictures of them going into Grouchland.
Yeah, I think they go through the trash can.
The
gonna be
Adventures of
some, like,
Elmo and
Sesame heads out
Grouchland is a
there.
movie from '99.
I know. I looked it up.
Holy shit! These people are made out of garbage.
There's gonna be some street heads out there who are gonna be like, actually, they get to Grouchland not through the trash can, but instead through. That's all right. It's all right. Don't worry
okay.
about it too
Nobody
much.
cares.
Man, I love
Um,
Oscar. He's so great.
Yeah, I'm a big Oscar the Grouch head. Who's your favorite Muppet?
As in, like, Muppet character from Sesame Street or Muppet in general? Or
Yeah.
are we opening up
I
that
mean,
can
Muppet
of
in general,
worms?
but like, no, your favorite Muppet, like Sesame Street Muppet.
Snuffleupagus.
He's good. He's good. I used
He
to
just
love
vibes.
Grover.
He's just here to vibe. You know what? Grover is a good boy. Grover has stayed good.
My only issue with Grover is the same issue that I have like with Elmo, is now that I'm older, the voice bugs the shit out of me. However, you know whose voice doesn't bug me? Cookie Monster. It should. I'm not saying that I am right in in implying that their voices are different enough to matter.
To not bother you.
But for whatever reason, I very, very much enjoy who do you call? You know,
Cookie
dude.
Monster.
Cookie Monster. Yeah. Sorry,
I'll be
I
honest, I
blanked
think
on his
that's a
name. It's
good
been a
take.
hot minute.
I'm a big Elmo head, honestly, at the end of the day.
Nothing wrong with that.
No Tickle Me Grover out there.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
no,
Tickle Me Grover to exist. I got to be honest. That actually sounds
That's
very
cursed.
illegal.
Yeah, that's
You
very
know?
cursed.
Why?
I don't know, but there's just something. Grover has bad energy for a Tickle Me toy, whereas
Well, I
Elmo
mean, to
does
be
not.
fair, all toys are bad energy for Tickle Me toys. I'm just gonna come out and say it. It's true, and I should say it.
Okay, I get it, but also there's bad
There's a
Tickle Me
scale.
toy, and then there's worse Tickle Me toy, and Tickle Me Grover distinctly worse than Tickle Me Elmo.
I can get behind that. That seems valid.
I'm not saying it's like it's good or right. I'm just saying that I very, very much
It's just the
believe
facts.
this.
It's not about being good or right. It's about the truth. We believe in the truth here. Hear it off the air.
Only
Hear it
the
off the air.
truth
All we
on
care, all
my
we care about is the truth.
Sesame
the whole
Street
truth and nothing but the truth.
podcast.
Yeah. Hashtag not my Sesame Street. Hashtag but actually my Sesame Street.
So the reason we're talking about Sesame Street is it's just Northern Lion, isn't it?
I don't know. You guys brought this up. I came into today and Jackson was like, "Damn, Sesame Street really is the best kids show, huh?" And I'm just over here like, "Yeah, all right. Why not? Sure, let's ride this train to the end of the line. Let's see where this goes."
Well, see, I see Northern Lion talk about it a lot, but then I also saw Sesame Street post the most drugged out Elmo you've ever seen. Did you see that picture?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. So they posted it, and it was just Elmo looking like really rough. Maybe it wasn't
Define
Sesame
really
Street, maybe
rough.
it was Elmo directly. He was just talking about how here it is. He was saying that he didn't think he was gonna make it till midnight, so he was gonna go to sleep. But instead, now we just got Elmo looking like he's coming down off of something. His
Aw,
hair's
poor buddy.
everywhere. Like Elmo looks freaking whooped.
Elmo's
That
seen
poor
some things
man.
at this point.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying though. Like I don't know.
Dude, you're the one who's going for this. I'm just here for the ride.
Okay.
I gotta tell you,
So-
I know so little about Sesame Street. I know Snuffleupagus, and I know Oscar,
Uh-huh.
and I know Elmo. And I know that there's Super Grover. Because I had a
I feel
book
like you're
that had
forgetting
Super
about
Grover.
Big Bird, the bird that is big.
I do know about the Big Bird. That is true. I
Okay.
apologize. That is on me.
Cool. I'm glad that you remember Big Bird, the bird that is big.
Big bird, big bird.
I remember a few others as well, but I got to be honest, a lot of the ones that I remember, it's because every now and then they're kind of hitting TikTok right now. So I'm
Why
being
are they
reminded
hitting
of names
TikTok
that way.
right now?
Why wouldn't they be?
Fair enough. I don't have a good answer for that.
I don't know, man. Kids who are adults that remember it fondly, and kids who are old enough to do stuff are starting to post stuff. And then I don't know, just in general.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I want to come back to the Sesame Street thing when Jackson comes back, because I want
believe that
I want
Jackson
his
just
take
dipped
on the
on us.
noodle situation. But I'm seeing someone on my Facebook feed made caramel, but and it's a vegan caramel, so no heavy
Mhm.
cream, right?
Mhm,
They
mhm.
said instead of using coconut cream, I used mayonnaise.
No, you
And
didn't. No, no. That's a crime.
Yeah,
They need to
no,
be
I'm just
arrested.
like, I'm very, very unhappy with the concept of it, right? Like, because it's just, I get mayo on your like fried sandwich, right? Like instead of butter, I'm okay with that. That's just fine with me.
Mm-hmm,
I'm okay with like I think it's weird, but like mayo in like chocolate cake, I get it. What people don't realize is they're literally just adding extra oil and they could just do that instead and it would make a moister cake rather than adding mayo. But okay. I don't know.
Mayo doesn't belong in most things. Don't at me.
No, see, I
What
don't.
about a good salad, like a ham salad?
Oh, that's fair. I haven't had good ham
No,
salad
what-
in a long fucking
Everybody
time.
sleeps on ham salad. It's fucked up.
I don't know why I haven't had ham salad in a long time.
I mean, that's the biggest problem with our society is the lack of ham salad.
That's fair.
You think that's fair?
Yeah, I think that is in fact the biggest
You
problem.
think that's the
with
oh,
society.
yeah, okay. Well, I'm not, no one's calling me on it. Okay.
No,
Uh,
that works. I
didn't think I'd
that,
get this
You
far.
know, every
Maybe
day
I
I
missed
wake up and I
something,
say,
but were
"Damn,
you
I
just
can't believe
saying
we
that
don't have
mayo
any ham
belongs in
salad."
ham salad? Is that the only thing that you were like that
No,
you
I'm just
were-
saying it's good and ham. I'm just saying ham salad's good.
No, yeah, I agree with that.
Why is this guy mad at me? I came back. I said, hey, I think ham salad's pretty good. Noah's like, excuse me, are you saying nothing else? Man, I didn't say that. I just said I
That's
like
what
ham
thought.
salad.
Man, I tuned out for a minute looking at the mayo and the caramel, and then I came back and you were talking about this.
I'm just talking about ham salad. I like it.
I do love.
I feel like, yeah. The problem is like you go to a restaurant, like any cafe you go to, they're like, we have a chicken salad sandwich, maybe on a croissant, and they got like chicken salad. A lot of the same places have tuna salad, and every once in a while you get one with an egg salad. Not as
Yeah.
often, but it's not unheard of. It's not gonna like blow your mind. You never go and get a ham salad anywhere,
That's true. That's true.
and I don't see why. Because every time I mention ham salad, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I like ham salad a lot. It's really good." Well, then you get it. The people need ham salad. Thank you. That's all.
George, the people need ham salad.
I don't think that Jerry would really be taking a stance on ham salad
No, he definitely
I wonder
wouldn't.
if I can
But
make ham salad
but
this week.
Kramer
on account of the
would.
whole.
Kramer would come in with like a week and a half old tub of ham salad and be like,
That's the
Jerry, you
superior form of
gotta
ham
you gotta try
salad.
this ham salad. Hey, what's wrong with it? Oh, nothing. I mean, it's a little old, but I mean, like, it started to develop some flavors after you leave it in the fridge for a little while. I like to age my ham
It
salad.
does. The problem is it kind of does.
No, right? I hate anything that you make that has a sauce that like you eat day one because it's always better day two because all the flavors have gotten a chance to like sit together long enough.
Especially with the ham salad, because usually you got some pickles in there,
Mm.
and those pickles don't fully incorporate it in, like the flavor into the ham and the mayo on like minute 5. If you're making
No.
a sandwich right away.
Not
But
at
like
all.
day 2, day 3, oh, it gets a little more dilly every day.
Nina and I don't want to brag, but we had a apple, sweet pickle, and tuna salad. We made a tub of it and just had that in the fridge for a few days, and it just got better and better. I
Yeah.
feel like saying that out loud makes it sound really gross, and everyone needs to
No, that
cool
sounds
their
fucking
jets.
amazing.
Okay, Dan, I was actually specifically worried that you were gonna think it was really gross because I
No, that
couldn't
sounds
remember where
fucking
you
fa-
stood on tuna.
Dude, I love tuna.
Okay,
Michelle hates
fantastic.
tuna. I fucking love tuna. I think tuna is
What's
one
up
of
with the generational problem with why do old people be like, I got a tuna fish? It's not fucking tuna fish, you asshole. It's just tuna. It's a fish. You ever had a tuna burger? You ever had a tuna from beef?
It's
No,
why you don't
it's
call it a
always a
salmon
fish.
I have had a tuna burger.
I've also had a tuna
Yeah,
burger.
but was it made of beef or was it made of fish? Was it a tuna fish burger? Because if it's tuna, it's gonna be fish. No one's ever been like, oh, I had tuna. Oh, you mean the fish or the beef? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, I see that
It's a
you're not a
fish.
fan of the salmon fish sandwich either.
If someone would be like, hey man, yeah, exactly, that's a thing though. Old people would be like tuna fish, but they'll never be like salmon fish, halibut fish.
tilapia fish.
They're never like, oh, give me a tilapia fish.
I think I
fried.
have only
no, they
ever
don't
heard
say
it with
that.
tuna. But I think it's
I
because
know, and-
tuna
What is
fish
your
flows so well.
favorite.
It's
like,
old.
kind of
It's an old
fish?
people thing though. It's like you don't hear young people say tuna fish.
I used to say it, but I will admit that I definitely got it from my parents, who I know my
Yeah.
mom listens to this because she just texted me that she liked the boat TA joke.
Boat chain was
Um,
a good joke. And it wasn't a joke. It's real. Hit us up.
But I mean, she said it, and she's an old person, so I guess it counts.
What's your guys'
See?
favorite kind of fish?
I like tuna's good, but I am not always the biggest fan of it. And like, this is not talking about canned tuna, right? Like canned tuna's
No, we're
fine,
talking
but it's
real
not.
tuna.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Shut up.
No,
It's
I'm
tuna
with
Tuna
fish.
too.
It is real tuna, but
because
if your favorite fish is canned tuna,
hey,
we're
how
gonna
about you
have
go
a
fuck
problem.
yourself? Here, you want to hear
We're
my
gonna have a
take
problem.
then?
we're
Wanna
gonna
hear
have
my
a
take?
problem.
My
What?
favorite fish, I would think, probably is gonna be tuna because you can have good canned tuna, and you can have a great like ahi tuna steak.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
It's got such
fine.
variety,
See,
and
but
it's the
you're-
same
see,
fish.
I was
so it
just
counts as one.
specifying. Some people,
I'm
when you
just-
say tuna, all they think of is
Yeah.
canned tuna, and I wanted to
Correct.
specify when I say I
Correct.
like tuna, I'm not just talking about canned tuna.
When I
Ah.
say I'd like tuna, I am also talking about canned tuna.
that's
though.
You're
fine.
you're doing an inclusive yes, not a only this.
Yeah.
It's A and B, not only A. If it was only A, that'd be the
Exactly.
problem. But A and
Well, I
B
feel-
is totally
but-
Yeah,
fine.
it's Adam
feel like
and
Noah was
Eve,
going
not
for-
Adam or Eve.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like
Wait,
Noah
no,
was
hold
going
on.
for the fresh Adam, not the canned Adam. I feel like Noah was going at not A B, but I'm an A and B wholeheartedly.
I was
think
just
that's totally valid.
clarifying. My favorite fish was
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
you were
salmon.
leaving my guy. You were leaving my guy canned tuna out to dry.
Yeah, I was. Okay, you happy? Are you
That was
happy,
disrespect-
Jackson?
yeah, that
You
was
happy?
disrespectful.
Fuck canned tuna. How about that? You
Hey,
happy to hear
all my
that?
go
homies
fuck
get
yourself.
canned tuna.
I'm ready to
I
fight
will
this
be
war.
resigning. This is my resignation from the podcast. I
Good.
can't do this
I
anymore.
That's
didn't
all
want a
it
canned
took?
tuna boy on here
After
anyway.
all this time, that's all it took.
It's just fucking bullshit. I have to deal with this every day. I wake up and it just hurts.
I wake
And I
up
can't even-
and every
I
day
can't even eat a good tuna salad anymore, without Noah breathing down my throat being like, hey, that's not an ahi steak.
God, that's good. That's very funny.
Can't do it anymore. What's your favorite fish, Noah? Go on.
Salmon.
I'm sick of it.
I
I like
swear to God, if
smoked
you say
salmon.
tuna.
Oh,
I should've
man.
said
You know
tuna.
what I had yesterday? You know what I'm going to say that's going to piss you guys off? You know what I had
What'd you get?
yesterday?
You had
I
tuna.
had a home smoked brisket.
That sounds
amazing.
really good, and I am a
Sounds
little
fu- it was
pissed off.
it was awful because I hate smoked brisket.
Fuck
hate
you! You
I
fucking
hate smoked food.
jackass!
Why do you hate smoked brisket?
He hates
Because
smoked
smoking food just makes it worse. You know what's way better than a smoked brisket? A good old corned brisket. Give me some corned beef, 10 times out of 10, amazing, way better.
Huh.
I can't
Is it
agree
like a
with you
flavor
because I
thing?
love smoked foods.
I think
Yeah,
smoked foods are just a way to make food worse.
Do you just not like the smoky flavor? Like, is that what's going on
I
here?
think the smoky flavor has like a ubiquitous negative effect on anything. They're like, hey man, we got this cheese. You want me to add some shit on the outside?
Okay, I'll admit,
No,
smoked
I'm
cheese
good.
not usually the greatest. I like some
People
smoked
go crazy
cheese.
for smoked cheese.
I actually like smoked cheese.
Smoked cheese can be okay if it's just really, really lightly smoked.
A smoked
like-
Gouda or a Gouda?
Very lightly smoked can be okay, but I still would prefer it not to be.
I agree with you on the cheese front because on a cheese
Because then you start
front-
fighting with the smoke.
Well, that's the thing. You start fighting with the smoke, and a lot of the taste that you end up getting in cheese ends up just being the acrid smoke taste and not the flavorful smoke taste. Meat has enough flavor to fight against that, where you get the full spectrum of smoky enjoyment.
Not for me.
Not for you. That's fine.
Smoked fish I like better than smoked meat, but I still would rather just have grilled salmon to smoked salmon.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you are valid in your opinion on this.
Dan, you're supposed to be mad at me. We're supposed to. This is a yelling bit.
No, because I personally,
I want you to hate.
I want your rage. I personally really like smoked things, but I totally understand like people not. I didn't get a chance to talk about it last
on.
week, but I had this really smoky rye whiskey for the first time while I was in South Carolina.
Okay. Okay.
And it fucked so hard that I went into this. It's like this little local distillery that I went into, and I was like, oh yeah, they did like a flight of mixed drinks, which was way too much booze for way too little money.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I said
Um,
last week.
That is what you said last week. I just didn't get a
They
chance
just
to,
give you
to weigh
6
in.
shots, and you're like, this is. Come on.
Dan just wasn't ready.
I was ready. I just couldn't get a word in edgewise. Fuck you.
I know they.
Dan confirmed not ready for how much alcohol they served him.
That's
Dan
true.
not ready for the alcohol, and also he's mad at me because I don't like smoked food that much.
It's
Yes,
true.
that is
Dan
true.
is
of
Dan
those
is
things are
very
true.
mad at you about that.
That's true. It's me. I'm the anger.
I do remember last. Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead.
No. So I was just gonna say that I fucking I liked their whiskey so much. I bought an entire bottle of it, brought it home, and then went online to buy the bitters that they used to make this fucking this drink, just so that I could make it here at home. And I'm already out of almost all of the whiskey and most of the bitters.
That's
And it's hard to run out
fantastic.
of bitters.
That is fantastic, Dan. Proud of you.
It's very tasty. My
Honestly,
point is smokiness. If it belongs in specific flavor profiles, and like there are too many people who are just like, nah, smoke everything, and nah, don't do that. Don't.
As
smoke
far as
everything.
like smoked ryes go, I'm a big fan of the brimstone whiskey from Balcones. It's in
Are
Waco,
you saying that?
Texas.
Are you lying
Yeah, I was
because
gonna
you're
say, is this a bit?
lying?
Is this a lying bit?
No, see, it's rich, it's smoky,
definitely-
heavy, a little
It's
bit of
definitely
black
lying.
and
He's
corn.
100% lying. He's so
He's
full of
lying.
shit. He's
He's
never had
lying
this
to
whiskey
us.
They
before in
use
his
Texas
life.
scrub oak.
I think he's lying
You
to
get a
us.
lot of
I
dark
can't believe
chocolate
Noah would lie to
flavors.
us. I thought we were
This guy
friends.
he's not telling the truth.
It's really hard to get your hands on those, so I would recommend going with this really nice Basil Hayden rye instead.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
Not
He
the
did.
Basil
He
Hayden
did
rye.
it. He did it.
You know what? I even texted Noah about this the other day. In my wine experience, I started telling people I was a cab guy. Because this one like young girl came in the store, probably like my age, maybe a little younger, and she was like, "What's a good like dry red wine?" And I was like, "Oh my god, like what am I supposed to do? I
don't know, a Merlot. Fuck you.
And she was like, I usually like a Pinot Noir. And I was like, oh yeah, so these are some like the Pinot Noirs that are really good, but I'm more of a cab guy. And she's like, oh, if you like a cab, like what would you recommend? I'm
Oh,
like, oh my
no.
god, no, you weren't supposed to take the bait.
I can't believe you just you played yourself.
I played myself. I was just trying to step away. I was trying to move and say, oh, I'm not really in this section, but that's what you like. Here's some good ones. And then she was like, what would you recommend? So I just lied. And then she was so excited about the lie that I felt so guilty. I almost bought the bottle myself later to
Just
be
so
like,
that
I
you
gotta
can-
try it.
You
now.
gotta at least know if you ruined whatever she was trying to do.
Well, here's the
Well,
thing.
what I did actually, Dan, you might like the intersection that I did here. So if you don't know, Francis Coppola has a wine selection now.
I do actually know this.
That's a thing. And so I was like, yeah, here's like the Francis Coppola's Cab Sauv 2018. And I was like, oh yeah, it's like a really good, and I was like, oh, it's amazing to, drink this and watch like Apocalypse Now at the same time. It like really gets an experience from like one person to have like that many effects on you in one like, nice little sit down for a movie night. And then she got like really excited and bought it. And I was like, I lied. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's true.
That could have been
I just
all
know
full
I
of
just know that's
shit.
one of his movies and that's a wine he made. I just
That's
lied to
really
you.
funny. That's
felt bad.
extremely funny though.
Maybe it's better with The Godfather. I don't know.
See,
I don't know, man.
I've told my first lie that I feel bad about because most of my lies are vague enough, right? Like I've never gotten into the minutia of what wine pairs with what movie. I never wanted to hurt myself that way. But
Well, I mean, he made both of them, so it's not like they're gonna be scuffed, probably.
exactly, as long as there's no young people in the room.
There it is.
Anyway,
What?
he defended. What's his name? Who made the
No.
Jeepers Creepers? No, not Jeepers Creepers. Rosemary's Baby.
Yikes.
I don't know who that was, but that's sad.
Yeah.
After the fact?
Yeah.
No.
Roman
Frank.
Polanski. He defended
Frank.
Roman Polanski.
Come on, Frank.
Yeah, super unfortunate. But
All my homies
anyway,
hate Roman Polanski.
I only have now told one lie that I feel bad about, and I didn't realize I was lying, is the problem. Someone wanted a champagne to pop at New Year's Eve and to have a good
We
time
didn't,
with
yeah.
it. And I directed, she's like, I don't really care. I'm just going to be sipping on it. I don't care. I don't like champagne. I just need something to sip on and pop. And I'm like, oh, I mean, here. And I pointed her toward one of the cheapest bottles we had. And I'm like, it's cheap. It pops. It's champagne.
Does it not pop?
It doesn't pop. It's a twist top, and I
do-
didn't realize. And I found out because that's the bottle I bought for myself, and I had taken it home the day before. I got home, Nina and I take the foil wrap off, and there it is, not popping. I was so sad. I feel
I'm
terrible.
honestly very sad for you. That's really upsetting. That's
Wow.
extremely upsetting, to be honest.
You
I'm-
ruined someone's New Year's
You
Eve.
did.
I
You ruined
know.
someone's New Year.
All I did was make a young woman excited about drinking a wine I'd never tried before.
See,
I'm
and
innocent.
that's fine. That's normal.
Exactly.
Because at least at that point, you're talking about like opinion, right?
Yeah, I am just gonna start doing that now. Just like when people ask me about wine, I'm gonna point them to one of the Coppola wines and then just tell them about a movie he made. Because I feel like people would just be like, "Oh wow," I'd be like,
Oh, damn.
yeah, you ever seen The Godfather before? Well, you haven't seen it until you're drinking it with his Pinot Noir."
Because here's the thing, from there, you can also just do some dumb thing like, I mean, I like to do that at least. I don't know, it feels special, right? And that can be the whole thing. You can back off right there and it's safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
You ever seen The Godfather Part 2? Well, you haven't seen it without the cab sauve. And then basically just rinse and repeat that same series of lines, but about different wines. Thank you.
I like it. I like where your head's
That
at,
is
too.
actually I do remember that being a YouTube video. I mean, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
okay.
I believe in you.
YouTuber Patrick H. Willems has done something very similar. I remember it crossing across my dashboard, and now I feel like I should.
Good old Patty H, huh? Patty H. Will.
Good old Patty H. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's this. What happened to Francis Ford Coppola, and I think it was like a series of them. But he did like a Francis Ford Coppola, and there was like wine. I think the name. I feel like the movie, the video used to have a different name because I feel like this doesn't ring a bell. But I'm looking at it, and he's drinking wine, and he's clicking on. It's yeah, this guy drank wines and watched the movies.
Oh, which one did he pair with Apocalypse Now? Now
I haven't seen
you gotta
the
find out if you're
videos.
lying.
Do you think
I gotta watch now, and then just regurgitate this guy's opinions on Francis Ford Coppola movies and his wine.
I don't know that Jackson would lie to us.
I mean, it's
Jackson
only
would never
I
lie
think
to
he
like
would lie to us.
it's like
He
a
would absolutely lie to us.
30-minute movie or 30-minute YouTube video.
That's not that
I think
bad.
Jackson's ability to lie to us would be solely based on how funny he thought the lie was.
Yeah, he bought a whole case of the wine.
Didn't disagree. It's basically admitting fault.
I feel like
Does he have enough different wines to make a case, or did he just buy a case of one wine?
he said he bought an $800 case of wine, so I think he might be playing with some different bottles than we potentially were. Those might be a slightly higher end version of the wines than are available for like $12 at the liquor store.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna tell people
Oh, without a
Oh,
doubt.
as you should.
because it's fun and it's harmless, and it's not even a lie.
Stuff like that is just opinion based, and it's safe to say. Now, as soon as
Yeah.
I step into the whiskey areas, whiskey snobs know so much more than I do, and I'm not even going to try. I did find out, though, that when Buffalo Trace is out, Maker's 46 is also a good substitute.
Yeah, the Maker's 46 is twice the price,
Well, yeah, but
so that's not really.
but people want Buffalo Trace, and they're willing to pay absurd money for Buffalo Trace, and when it's not
Well, then
around,
you
they
should
need
point
their
him
fix.
to Basil Hayden because
I
Basil
do.
Hayden's made in the same distillery.
Oh, I do. But unfortunately, we only have a few of those.
So I the liquor store I work at is in Girard, which for those of you who are listening and are not familiar, there's like five people in the town. It's a really small town,
Mhm.
really rural. The other day we got 5 cases of Hennessy.
Why?
He sold like 3 bottles in a week.
I need those cases.
So bad.
I'm not kidding you when I tell you I probably sell 7 of those per shift.
Oh, I'm sure it's the good stuff. But yeah, no one in Girard buys it
That doesn't surprise me.
because everyone instead just buys Bankers Club vodka.
You know, that's the correct choice, though. I mean, what are you, some type of billionaire that doesn't want to eat Bankers Club vodka?
I
Bankers
really
Club?
love, like, just like I feel like if you're buying cheap vodka, the best option you have is to not buy one based on an Eastern European ethnic stereotype,
That seems like a good thing to do, but I also think that people will not.
especially if they're
Are you
made
talking
in
about
America.
Vlad, Nikolai, or Rus?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck, I mean, fuck. To be fair, fuck Nikolai a lot. That
Oh
was.
my
I've
gosh.
talked about how that was my go-to in college, and it.
Man,
boy,
Nikolai
was
sucks
not a good
ass,
choice for me.
dude. It's not
Is
even
Nikolai
the
the one
cheapest
that's
one.
No,
is
it
Nikolai
was
the one
where I
that's like
was.
vodka with natural flavoring added?
I don't think so.
No.
I think it's just
One-
vodka that tastes
maybe
like
that's
hand
maybe that's
sanitizer.
Vlad. But one of like the bottom shelf vodkas doesn't even say like vodka on it. It says like grain spirit with natural vodka flavor. And I was like, what the hell is natural vodka flavor?
That's amazing.
You're lying to yourself and everyone around you.
You need to be stopped.
I would love to know what natural vodka flavor means, because that sounds
Oh, yeah.
dangerous, especially since vodka's not supposed to have any flavor to technically
Yeah.
be classified as a vodka. You know?
Yes.
What
You guys
a
like I feel like if I ever do buy any flavored vodkas, they can't be the clear ones. It's gotta have like the natural colors in it.
Have I
Only
got
the
some
natural
news for you,
colors.
dude? We got this vodka. It's called Mishka. It's made in Pennsylvania, so it's already ticking one of the boxes.
Anybody else want to fight this guy?
But it has a cranberry. It's a
Yeah,
cranberry flavor
Um,
and a honey flavor.
I'm looking to pair it with smoked food and then just get so drunk that I don't have to taste the shit of smoke. How do you feel about that, salesman?
I mean, I think this would be perfect for you then. You want the cranberry because it has a stronger flavor than the honey, and you'll definitely be good. You
This
fucking
guy.
asshole.
This guy.
there
This
feels like a
fucking
lot,
guy.
there feels
This
like a lot
fucking
of
guy.
hostility going on right now, and I don't know where we got this energy from, and I
What's
feel
your
like
What's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
I
I'm
feel
a fan of
like
Billie Jean personally.
Billie Jean's good.
Which one, Dan?
Billie Jean
Billie Jean?
personally.
It's a
I think.
classic. It's a classic.
I think if Thriller's your favorite Michael Jackson song, you haven't heard enough Michael Jackson songs.
I feel like if Thriller is your favorite Michael Jackson song, you haven't heard Thriller.
Honestly, yeah, kinda. Like Thriller,
Because like
it is a classic.
The
Like
Thriller
let's not,
dance is great. Definitely
course,
a
yes.
high
It's
point of
fine.
Thriller.
it's a Halloween classic.
it is a Halloween classic.
Certified hood classic.
But that's the thing.
certified
Like,
Halloween classic.
it's got nothing on Man in the Mirror, which is my personal.
in the Mirror
Of
is-
course not.
Man in the Mirror is
Man in the
very
Mirror
good.
goes hard. What about They Don't Care About Us?
I don't know that one off the top of my head.
Mm-mm.
All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. And say, everybody come, man. You know, it's about racial discrimination in the United States.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Tell me what has become of my life. I got a wife and children who love me. You know,
That's
I
something-
am a victim of police brutality. You know, it's a good one. It might be my favorite.
I can't remember if I talked about this on the podcast or not. Or if it was like just with Nina in person the other day. But with Christmas having happened, you get to see the flood of people saying Michael Caine didn't have to go so hard in the Muppets Christmas special. Did I talk about that here?
You've not talked about that here, but
I don't get a
also-
flood of people saying that because I wasn't homeschooled, but I'm sure some of the people you know say that.
No, none
Yeah,
of the people I
also-
know say that. It's just a thing that happens on
shit.
Twitter, like in general. It's a trending topic.
Mm.
Okay.
And we all know how
Um,
we hear it off the air. Love trending topics. Am I
Michael
right?
Caine never didn't go hard though.
Yeah,
No,
that's,
but that's
what
the
I was
thing,
gonna
that's-
say. Like,
No, but that's what everyone's saying is that people are so like brainwashed by heavy CG movies where it's hard to actually act against your like animated like co-stars. That people are starting to forget what like actual acting is like.
Yeah, because Michael Caine was sitting in a room with fucking,
I was gonna say,
Kermit. That was Kermit.
that's-
Like that was
I'm
the
not-
actual puppet.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
'cause,
say
like,
that's a
people-
bad take.
It is a terrible take. Wait, are you
Like,
saying
from,
that
like
the animated
people not
movie
being able
take?
to act against CGI
Oh no,
is a terrible fucking take.
No, but that's the thing is people are comparing it to like the Marvel movie of the month, where it's
Yeah,
like
but those always
everyone's
suck.
fine.
Yeah, but that's
but
yeah,
but
like-
that's what many people have to compare things to, and then you see people who are like, "Wow, it's crazy." It's like he believes Kermit is right there with him. He's really selling that he believes Kermit is like there and real and like a person.
'cause- so
I'm waiting.
okay. To a point, I get that, right? I also think that people who think that the Marvel movies are bad because of bad acting, that's a really, again, just a super weak take.
I think it's
like-
one of the 40 things they're bad for, yeah.
Jackson, just get out of here.
I mean, it's true though.
I don't even think it's true. I think there are maybe 3 or 4 subpar performances like consistently across all of the Marvel movies. Like the actors in Marvel movies are really fucking good for the most part.
They are really
And that's-
pretty good. I would not say that they're all amazing.
I think
I'm
that's
trying
fair,
to
that's fair.
stop being as
No,
heavy on the
no.
Marvel hate train because I know it's like
it's a weak take.
it's
I mean,
a
they're no
shitty
Tim
it's a
play.
weak
Dune.
take.
Yeah, they're no Tim Dune.
No, they're no Tim Dune, but like as far as like acting goes, right? The easy like point to is Robert Downey Jr. was playing himself, but he was also playing a goddamn great like.
I've never heard
broken
anyone say
character.
that Robert Downey Jr.'s performances were like bad just because he also happened to be playing a lived experience.
Well, no, exactly, and like I don't know, the reason I'm like pointing at like the Marvel, I'm like kind of jumping on the Marvel train a tiny bit is I did just see Spider-Man and I got to see some of the behind the scenes stuff for that, And like, yeah, there's a lot of CG in those movies, right?
Oh yeah.
Have you guys seen how much practical effects they did for those movies though?
No.
They blew up like there's I mean the trailer, right? The trailer shows cars blowing up. They blew up cars. Like that's
That's
all
good.
practical effects.
I would
I
love
mean, the
to
main
know
reason they
what
stopped doing
do
it.
that they make it look like they aren't. That's what I want to know because I watch those
Well,
movies and I don't think that they're actually doing any of that anymore.
a lot of them they don't do as much practical effects anymore, but that's because most of those people are union, and
Mhm.
Disney hates that.
Yeah.
True.
That's why they don't use real animals anymore. Not because animal actors don't exist and aren't good. They totally are. But they're just like, you know what I hate? When people get paid a fair amount.
That's true.
Let's only pay 10 people a lot and then make everybody else go fuck themselves.
That is true.
And then we go spend the same amount of money on a ticket for it. It's amazing. And they keep doing it. And then they buy different things and they shut those things down without ever doing anything. And then they make an Ice Age TV Disney Plus special.
I can't
It's like
believe
12
they're doing
minutes
that.
long.
That's such a crazy fucking world.
Yeah,
we live in.
after they bought the studio that made Ice Age and then shut them down.
Shut them down
Just for
and killed
fun.
a project that was 95% done.
Oh, what project?
It was the one about the I don't remember. Nina knows about it. It was the gay kid with the red bowl cut.
Gay kid with a red bowl cut?
It's like a medieval
Damn.
theme thing. A lot of people were excited because the character is explicitly gay and I think like a bad guy. But in the
Nice.
sense of like, yeah, I am half a sec. Nina!
Tell me about the gay kid.
I'm gonna try and get her in here so she can tell me about this because I desperately do need her to fill in the
What
massive
were they called? Like
holes.
blue? What were they called? Blue hole, blue dream, blue something,
Sky?
blue island, blue sky. Blue dream's the ice cream flavor, right?
Sure. why not?
Sure.
No, that's blue moon. You guys ever had blue moon flavored
What
ice
is it?
cream?
Nah, I
Canceled
don't believe in blue
movie.
things.
Nimona.
Yeah.
It was Nimona. That's the one.
Nimona.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Michael
I
Jackson
got
song.
pneumonia early on in COVID and thought it was something else.
Shut the fuck up, all of you. Fucking hell.
I mean, maybe that's why they shut it down.
Yeah, no, it
The whole crew was like, "We're not changing the name."
Nimona. It's based on a comic, and it's super
Nimona.
super popular. It had a lot of buzz, and then Disney bought it up, and everyone's like, "Holy shit, Nimona is an explicitly gay character. Disney can't weasel out of it. I can't believe we're getting an actually first explicitly gay character as the main
Oh.
character in the movie." And then
It's on them for having
and then
hope,
Disney
really.
shut down the studio and canceled all projects. And
Yeah, I really liked when they did that. Instead of having like, I love when companies absorb competitors, get rid of them, and then the government cheers for that. I think monopolies are cool, and I'm glad that our federal government is now really big fans of him.
yeah, me too.
Thanks, everyone. You know what? I watched Don't Look Up last night.
Oh, how was
I-
that? That
I've
looked
heard
amazing.
Bad things.
I think it's actually pretty good. I think a lot of it's very American centric and a little on the nose. You're like, ooh, wow.
Ooh, wow, hot
Ooh,
take.
you really brave take there. But I think a lot of the characters were like really likable, and a lot of the stories that they told were really enjoyable. And I think that some of the motivations and some of the things, well exaggerated, were like reflections of reality in a way. And like obviously, like multi-billion-dollar companies will do anything they can to profit off of anything, no matter what, and they will put the general public at risk for that kind of thing. Those are kind of things that are already happening, and so it's just like dials them up, makes them a little more in your face. But that's kind of the point of a satire, anyway. And then at like 3/4 of the way through the movie, Timothy Chalamet's character shows up, and it's just a fucking riot.
I love
Holy
that.
shit!
I
He's
really,
a grime
really
ball.
like Timothy.
He's got like a shitty like rat tail mullet hybrid. It's awful. He's greased up, wearing like punk clothes as hell, and he's introduced by stealing liquor, and he's just hilarious. He's just a piece of shit.
That's fantastic.
He literally, like, one of his things is he like introduces himself to him, he's like, "Hey, you game? My name's Fire Puma 142 on Twitch."
Oh my god.
He sucks so much. He does like the frat snapping thing constantly. Oh, he sucks. But like in the funniest way.
That
Tim
sounds
Dune.
amazing.
Also, at one point in time, he says like, "Dr. Mindy, do I have permission to be vulnerable in your car?" And I love that sentence.
What does
That's
that mean?
That's
That's
a gift.
terrifying.
Hey, can I be vulnerable in your car?
That's such a powerful phrase.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's
Raw lines of
amazing.
dialogue delivered by Tim Dune.
I don't think it was an amazing movie, but I think it was worth a watch. And if you got Netflix, it's already on there, so It's a little long, but not in a way that is like, dragging. It makes sense.
Yeah,
Um,
it's there as long as it needs to be.
and like I think one of the things it really does is like kind of the whole time you're not you're like dreading and also happy about any outcome.
Mm.
Because on one hand you're like, oh man, like this like massive company is gonna try and exploit it for profit. I hope it blows up in their face and everyone dies. And you're also like, well, at the same time, there are a whole bunch of good people who are working on trying to make it not happen. And I don't want them to die. And you're like, but then at the same time, I don't want the multi-trillion-dollar company to get richer and also be able to say, I told you so. And so like there's multiple different like, it's conflicting resolution. Not gonna tell anyone, not gonna say what happens or what the ultimate any kind of things are, but
Did people look
it's
up?
fun. Sometimes.
Damn.
Damn, I can't believe people do be looking up.
That
though.
was actually part of it. Minor spoiler, but there's like a towards the end. There's like once the thing is like becomes visible to the naked eye and no longer requires telescopes. The conservative party is like starts like wearing hats and stuff that say "Don't look up," start chanting "Don't look up," and just convincing themselves not to look up.
That's
to see
extremely
it.
Yeah,
funny.
that was
And so-
actually Nina's least favorite part of the movie. She
Yeah,
did
I
not like
agree.
it at all. But primarily,
I think it's a little too on the nose.
she did not enjoy the fact that it portrayed everyone on the right as so willfully ignorant that they wouldn't even save themselves, even if all they had to do was look up. Which, yeah, it do sometimes
Yeah, I'm
feel
not
like
touching
that.
that one.
Yeah, I mean, there's
But,
the
like-
point. There's like, definitely a couple times where I was like, "Oh yeah, haha," like, "Oh, you got them." They're kind of dumb, but then that's like that is, I guess, the point of the satire is they are exaggerating it for the effect of being like, yes, but because of different things happening with the climate, there is an somewhat inevitable mass extinction, and conservatives are letting that be exploited for profit, and they are ignoring the hard data there.
Mhm.
And so that's kind of like the point is it's like, yeah, but like you can be like, hey, they're not that dumb, but then at the same time they are actually doing it right now to a lesser degree, of course. It's not visible to the naked eye in the sky.
Mhm.
And there's also like a turning around where like at a point the conservatives just actually look up and see it and they're like, holy shit, we got it, like, oh my god.
Mhm.
So like they don't stay willfully ignorant to the end, but yeah, it's it's a bit on the nose and it's not amazing, but I think some of the characters they make are fun.
Nice.
I think Timothy Chalamet is just
I'm sorry, you just
stupidly
called him
hilarious in it.
Chalamet.
He did.
Yeah, Tim Dune. My bad.
I
I
really,
think
really
Tim-
like
Ti-
Timothée
Tim
Chalamet
Dune
as
is
as an
very-
actor. I think he's
He's just a funny character in the
he's
movie.
very good in everything he does.
I do think he's really good in everything he does.
Real Tim Dune hours here. I
Yeah,
still have not
I feel
seen
like
him
it's
in
been-
anything, but I
You
really
haven't
do
seen
want
him in
to.
anything.
No.
He's in everything.
Yeah, he's
No, and that's
around,
what
dude.
that's what
He's vibing.
amazes me is that like somehow I have managed to avoid seeing Tim Dune in any of the like dozens of movies he's been in.
Yeah.
That's
Man's
crazy.
like 21 and he's probably been in as many Oscar-winning movies as like fucking Meryl Streep at this point. It's actually absurd.
Yeah, man.
He's somehow in every Oscar bait.
Yeah, he's
Wasn't he like
I-
A24's Oscar bait like go to?
Yeah. And not only A24, but just kind of everyone.
Good for him. You love to see it. I love to see it. We love to see
I
it.
love to see things.
Jennifer
we love
Lawrence
to
is
see it.
also really good in it.
I feel like I haven't heard anything from Jennifer Lawrence in a very long time, which always concerns me, you know?
I mean, she did that one movie with Chris Pratt like 5 years ago that bombed.
Was that the space movie? Interstellar?
I think that was the one where like he wakes up. No, it was like Passengers. Where like he wakes up on a spaceship and is like alone, and so he like forcibly wakes her up. So like they both have to just die in space together because it's like a 300-year journey. And then she's like, "Man, that was fucked up of you to do to me." And he's like, "Yeah, but like, haha, I was lonely, and I thought you were the hottest one."
That's weird.
I'm pretty sure that's the actual plot of the movie.
I'm pretty sure that's correct. Yeah.
People didn't like it.
No way.
I wonder
Can't
why.
imagine why. That already to me sounds like a great movie that I would like a lot.
If you're playing Super Smash Brothers, who's your main? Who do you play?
Oh, my main
Young Link.
Smash. Oh, geez, I don't know. I haven't played in
Young
too
Link?
long.
Young Link specifically. Not
Young
Toon-
Link?
Yeah, not Toon Link. Young Link.
Young Link?
Young
Link!
Young Link.
Fred Fox?
Yeah, dude. I like Young Link. Sue me.
I'm always one of the sword boys.
Of course you are.
I don't.
fucking
Well, no.
you
Shut up,
garbage.
Dan. Fuck
No,
you.
shut the fuck up, Dan. Young Link, asshole. If you don't press the B button every half a second, I'm sure your palms just start to shake.
It's
You
true.
just get covered in
It's
sweat.
true. How am I supposed
I
to
gotta
shoot
shoot an arrow.
nothing but arrows at my friends from across the map at all times?
Where's my bomb?
Yeah, I just like having
been
the
trying to play more
counterattacks. So
Chrome
honestly,
Link.
any of the characters with a counterattack, I like to use just because I like having the ability to do something. You
I
know?
like Corrin's counter. That's a pretty good one.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. I am tired of how many anime sword boys there are in Smash.
Yeah, I know. I am too, but like at least I own the fact that I main a sword boy, unlike you who are like,
Oh,
well,
I mean a sword boy.
technically
a sword boy.
it's young Link, not Toon Link, and he's not an anime sword boy, which makes him an okay sword boy.
Yeah, pretty
The
much.
big issue with
That's
the
how I feel
anime
about it.
sword boys is they all have counterattacks, which I think ruin the balance of
don't.
the game.
No,
I have had
I
someone
Just tell
tell
me
me
you
that
don't grab. Tell me you don't grab without telling me you don't
Yeah,
grab.
seriously. Yeah, counterattacks are great, but yeah.
So, all right, take a guess at who I play.
Incineroar.
Fuck, he's good. It's the most swagged out character.
He's the only one with a belt.
He's so good.
The only one with a belt.
Dick out, no clothes, just belt.
Yeah. Oh,
No
yeah.
sword, just fists. Punch your dick in and then suplex you.
I
He
do
has a
love the
suplex.
suplex.
I just love the command grab too. Like I just love grabbing people.
I wish I was better at it. I feel like every time I try to grab someone, it ends up just turning into like a something else. I don't know what I'm saying.
I have found myself getting better and better at Smash recently. I've been playing more. It's pretty fun when you're like not bad.
Yeah,
It really
no,
is.
It absolutely is.
But that's the problem is you keep having to like fill the ranks with other people that are bad so that you can be better at it. And that's the
almost
problem,
like-
right?
It also sucks if like you start getting a little better than like the other people there, and you're like, ah,
Oh no, it's not gonna be fun anymore.
now I'm immune to losing, and you're like, well, I'll pick up a second. It's just but it's just fun to play when even if you're not winning, just like when you feel like you know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I really wish that I was better at Smash because I think I would enjoy it a lot more if I wasn't how do I say this, terrible.
I thought
I
you were
wish
gonna
I
say
had
ass
more
garbage.
like time.
I mean,
If I had more like time in my life or know-how, I would probably just like actually play Melee. But it's just so cumbersome to learn
Mm-hmm.
comparatively because they're like, well, actually, you got to know these 6 game-breaking exploits if you're going to be even somewhat viable at playing in an unrated setting. You're like, oh man, I don't want to do that. I don't want L cancel and wave dash, ledge drop. Shit,
yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Man, the fact that you know all those terms does
I'm not
scare
looking for
me.
the Luigi invisible ceiling out here, bro. I'm just tired. Not dash canceling, not dash dancing, not ledge dropping, not shining out a shield. I'm going to bed. Shit. I do like Marth in Melee though.
Marth in Melee was so good. I was
So
always a
good.
Roy in Melee fan because I just liked how it felt like he hit harder, probably because he moved a little slower. So I'm like, oh, slower means hit harder. But
Well, he the way he hit was different because like if you hit with the hilt of the sword on Roy, he does more damage.
mhm.
Whereas with Marth, it's the tip of the sword. So like he kind of moves like he's a little more up close and personal.
Yeah, and he's ready to have a party with it.
I
Unlike
do
unlike
love
Roy.
I do love Marth though, because you just like if you just use your forward smash the whole time, you're good at the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Honestly, and that's possibly my biggest issue with what is it? With Smash in general is I got used to being a guy that just used his forward and up smash all the time, and I don't actually know how to play the game beyond that.
Yeah, no, there's like you have to like break patterns and become worse to get better,
True.
which
And
is like
I don't think that
that's
I'm
the thing
willing
about
to
any
commit
fighting
like
game,
that,
though.
you know?
yeah, any fighting game learning curve because the problem is people have the most fun when they're doing the best.
Yeah,
Mhm.
of course.
You know, so you have to willingly be like, I'm going to do worse for a little bit than I am doing right now.
Which
if I want to
already
be able to
feels
get better.
pretty bad sometimes.
Exactly. You have to like commit to being worse to be better.
I
which is-
still
it's
can't
a,
believe
you
that
know,
people actually learn like attack combo. Like someone out there has memorized all of Scorpion's attack combos, and it's not even a small
many
number
people.
of people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no, but
yeah,
that's what I'm
a lot
saying.
of
It's like when I say someone, I actually mean like thousands of people memorize not only Scorpion's patterns, but like a lot of other people's patterns too. And they're like, yeah,
And
because I do this thing called care. I actually care about this game, unlike you. And yeah, I don't, but like,
Is that what they sound like?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they say that to
They
Noah
they
all the
sound like
time.
me when I'm being mean to Dan on stream days.
That is true. That is what he sounds like on stream days, being mean to me.
It's like,
Crazy.
oh,
He gets like a
sorry,
good
Dan.
violin.
No,
You don't like a good violin?
no, I don't like bad violence.
That's pretty cool. You guys
Mhm.
like jazz?
You like jazz?
That's what I said, yeah.
No.
Oh, really?
No, I go back and forth on it. I find jazz fans to be insufferable, but I have no major issues
True.
with jazz.
I think some jazz fans are insufferable, but some are some are pretty cool. I just like the jazz music, you know?
A lot of people that I know who
Super
are
good.
really into jazz also play jazz. And the crossover of people who appreciate jazz enough to learn how to play it and learn the old numbers and are actually like super pretentious about it is
Mm,
reasonably
yeah.
high.
it's true.
Like, no, I'm not bad at music. I'm doing it so good you don't get it.
Man, the
Huge,
fact
genuinely.
that some jazz guys are like that though blows my mind.
Yeah, but like also, you know, no one said you were bad at music, man.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, if Dan came up to them and said you're bad at music, then like, yeah, they have the right to try and defend themselves there, because like, you know, it's their passion. But like, if I'm just sitting in a room, you don't have to like defend your jazz. I believe you. I'm
Mhm.
there. You know, I like a little jazz.
Yeah, you're here. You're in the trenches,
I'm in the trenches.
learning how to jazz it up.
I'm not learning how to jazz it up.
I
Could be,
refuse to
though.
learn how to jazz it up.
I could be, I suppose, but you know, I'm a mild jazz appreciator.
A jazzist, if you will.
Mm,
That doesn't sound right.
it's like something you don't want to be.
Just like jazzing it off with the boys.
I don't like that.
I don't like that
No?
either.
I don't like jazzing it off with the boys. I don't like doing that.
I don't like the boys.
Not when they're jazzing it off on me.
Can't believe they're jazzing off on you.
Jazzing off and around.
Damn.
All over me.
Up, down, all around. It's jazz, baby.
Yeah?
Somebody else come up with a talking point. I've been asking too many questions.
been
You just
asking
keep
a lot of
asking
questions,
questions.
and I'm here
I just keep
Yeah,
feeling
that are
like I'm in the
rooted in
middle of
nothing.
an answer, and you're just like, so jazz. What about jazz? You fucking loser. You
Yeah,
like it? You like it?
jazz.
You like it?
You like a little smooth jazz.
And it's just like
What's your favorite
Stop.
big cat?
big cat. You
Leopard.
gotta stop.
Panthers. Panthers specifically. Panthers are cool. Don't at me.
No
Why would
one's
I at
adding
you?
you. Stop being so insensitive, Dan. Holy shit, Jackson, you believe it? This dude, he's so insensitive. He's just like,
I'm
People
fucking
are gonna be
pissed off.
mad at me.
I'm adding him. I'm adding him. I hate this guy. Panther? Panther? You kidding me?
Hey, dude, do something about it.
That's
Stay
fine.
mad.
No, it's fine. I think I would probably like. You know what? This is the most basic answer. I think I might like a lion.
Lions
Lions
are
are
cool,
cool.
dude.
Yeah, people. I feel like a lot of people are like, "Ooh, lions, basic," but like, you know, it's not their fault.
I'm a big fan
No.
of tigers,
That's fine.
I'm a
Yeah.
fan of
especially those like
bears,
albino
actually.
ones.
Oh
That's neat.
my, the Siberian ones. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like a lion's like overrepresented in a lot of ways,
Mhm.
and I understand that, but I
that's
still
okay.
like it. I think you know, the mane is just cute. Makes you want to give him a hug. What about like an ocelot?
Ocelots are
Ocelots are mid.
cool. I'll give.
They're not
What?
that big though.
Did you just say ocelots are mid?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? They fish with their hands.
They're just like, ooh.
They grab
And
they grab you.
fish.
They kind of reach out and grab you. You know.
Yeah. They're the only cat with opposable
Abracadabra.
thumbs, Dan. Y'all just gonna let me say that?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
I don't
true
know if it's true or
I don't know
not.
about-
I literally don't know enough to know if that's
What do
true.
you
ocelots
mean
have
you don't know
thumbs?
if it's true or not? Animals don't have opposable thumbs. The rare ones that
Raccoons
do-
kind of do.
No,
Yeah,
raccoons do.
monkeys do.
But that's the thing. People like monkeys and raccoons, they do, and people make a big deal out of it. Cats don't. Cats don't even have
Well, then why'd
opposable
you-
fingers.
Ocelots might. I don't know, man. They might. They fish and shit. How am I supposed to know? Oh, ocelots are of the least concern. I always feel bad when I look up an animal on Wikipedia and they're like, "Eh, we don't really care." You know.
Wait, is that
I care.
is that something on? Is that like the first
Yeah.
line of their wiki?
Yeah. No, like if you ever you don't Google animals regularly.
No.
I'm like a 6-year-old out here. I'm like a fucking toddler. I've just been Googling animals.
So here's the thing about ocelots. They look like a house cat, but just like a little slinkier. And I
Like,
love
come on,
that.
man. But no, like the so when you look at like the conservation, every like animal for the most part on Wikipedia has a conservation status underneath like their picture, and it goes from extinct to like critically endangered. Oh my god, I'm yawning. Okay, I'm done yawning.
Damn.
But like the farthest left on it is extinct. The furthest right is least concern, which is just like that means they're totally fine conservationally. But it just every time I read it, I'm like, they're our least concern. I'm like, come on, that's mean.
That's
I
rude.
can't believe
You don't gotta do
ocelots
that.
exclusively live where I don't live. That's
Yeah,
sad.
well, why can't we be a little bit mean? I mean, that's true. They exclusively live where you don't live, but they don't live everywhere you don't live.
I have a lot of good feelings toward cougars because of this movie, Charlie the Lonesome Cougar. Shut up.
That's what I'm saying. Eh,
I
eh.
accidentally searched cougar v mountain lion when I was just trying to look up cougar animal. On Google, if you search cougar and then in the drop down it says animal, you click on that and it's just like cougar versus mountain lion. And it's just like, shut up.
You know what? I kind of like a good lynx.
Lynx are
I think
fun.
they're really funny. They're funny looking.
They're the ones with the
Like,
ear
why are
tufts,
they-
right?
Yeah, they got ear tufts and like okay, so like here's the photo of them.
I love
Look at
these
this shit.
things. It looks like a
Yeah,
wolf
like-
crossed with a cat, but also
It
like
just
it's
looks
someone's
wrong.
OC who's trying to be fancy.
It looks like a furry OC standing on all fours trying to hide, acting like it's not gonna stand up. Like it looks like if a lynx just stood up on both of its back legs, it would just like be a furry like Twitter art. But instead it's on all fours and it looks like it's not.
And they look so
Is
pissed
that guy
off.
is that guy just holding one?
Yeah.
Is it dead?
No, I think it's alive. Look at it. It's
You can
he's
you can
staring
just,
with
like-
hate. But he
Oh,
apparently
maybe
doesn't
it's like
hate.
tranquilized. He might be like releasing it or something. Or maybe you can befriend them.
Because the fur looks too ruffled for it to be dead.
Yeah, and its
like,
eyes are too alive.
Yeah, the eyes are too alive. The fur's
Yeah.
too ruffled. It can't be a
Its
taxidermy.
Its foot is slightly blurred because it looks like it's in motion.
But I think he's just vibing.
I mean, I guess you could befriend them. People have like tigers, like the
People
the
befriended
tiger king. We're not
Charlie the
even talking
Lonesome
about that.
Cougar. That was the point of
Yeah.
the movie.
Charlie, yeah, they were his friend, and that was real.
It was real.
It was real to Noah.
Doesn't matter if you're made
I
up.
wish
You're
it-
real to me.
Charlie the Lonesome Cougar, you're real to me. We should probably end it here, right?
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
has
I feel like-
gone on way too long.
How many more stupid questions can I ask before like?
Every
Before
now
somebody
and then,
stops you?
we hit this point where Jackson's like, well, there's nothing else to talk about. And then you just start rapid firing bullshit. And I'm just sitting here like, eventually I'll get back to Mr. Doodle, but I guess not.
What do you guys do when I'm not here?
Usually talk about a lot more things that would make you angry.
Like what? What would make me angry?
I don't
You
know.
guys talk
but
about
I do.
smoked brisket all day?
We do.
I mean,
We're
honestly,
just like
a little.
smoked brisket, smoked salmon, smoked Huda, all of it. Just our favorite.
But stop saying it like that. I'm sick of this.
Howda? Huda?
This is why we don't
How
talk
is
about
it?
while you're here.
I know some people get like real pretentious about it. I fell onto cheesemonger TikTok at one point. And the person's talking about this is an aged Gouda. Yes, I know it's pronounced Huda or Howda, however you say it. And she's
Luda.
and she's like, I'm just saying the term that most people are familiar with. Stop trying to correct me.
People who are really into cheese are weird. Like, you're not special. It's old milk. God. Like, it's okay if you really like it, but don't be mean to people about it.
Yeah.
Because, like, again, like, I'm not saying if you really like cheese, you suck. Because, like, I really like cheese.
Mhm.
But if you're, like, going into people's houses and being like, oh, you called it Gouda? That's funny. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, we're all gonna die. Like, can't you just eat some cheese with me?
Sometimes I
and
like
not
a
be a
nice
dick?
mozzarella. Oh, I'm sorry. You say mozzarella? Okay.
Oh,
Cheese
yeah.
casual.
You wait till they find out about Gloucestershire. It's fucking over for me. When they find out what I've been calling Leicester. little red Leicester.
Good old Jarlsberg.
Havarti. Dan, you got a name of cheese.
Name of cheese, Dan.
Feta.
Nice.
I'm fed up with your
I'm
bullshit.
fed up with this shit too, man. I'm fed up with this shit.
You two are
too.
both very original and very funny.
I'm Gorgonzola with this shit.
There we go.
I'm blue
Much better.
cheese with this shit.
I'm fucking blue cheesed off.
I'm trying to think of something
I
else.
feel like
and
people
I'm
should
kinda
say
lost.
I'm like sinking in my chair at this point.
Oh,
Like
well.
I'm like noticeably further away from the mic.
I know that.
I'm like
feeling.
laying down.
Congratulations.
This is it.
This is
This is
it.
the end.
We're done.
This is the end.